Welcome to all you Pisceans. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for the first one of 2015. I really need to think before I talk of January 2015, and it's going to be very exciting for the Pisceans. I am very excited about the fact that I can talk about another aspect that is, besides the Pluto-Uranus, which is very important still in 2015. But there's another one, and that is going to be very important for you Pisceans, together with the other mutable signs, which are, we don't need to know. What is happening in January? First of all, the square between Saturn and Neptune that is building up, and very, very important for you. Mars in your sign, very, very important for you. Happy Mars return, you could say. Or Mars on your sun sign, which gives you a boost. And Mercury retrograde is important, and I'm going to talk a little bit about color as well. This is for the females, and for the males I'll be talking about colors. And what else? The Mercury retrograde. Yeah, it's already enough, isn't it? So let's get started with Mars in your sign. So every 2 years Mars is in your sign, and it's as from the 13th that Mars is in Pisces. So normally when it wouldn't bump up towards all kind of other planets, normally this is when you feel more energized, when you feel more energy, because Mars is your energy, it's your drive, it's I want to go forwards. And so this is good energy for starting something. So you would suspect, okay, in January it's a good time to start. But there's a bit of I don't know how to explain, but there's a bit of restriction there, because there is the square between Saturn and Neptune, and there's also Mercury retrograde. So yes, it's a good time to start things, to start thinking about things, but I think a better time to launch something or a new project or whatever is in February, actually, and I'm going to explain that. So first of all, what's the Saturn square to Neptune? And the Saturn square Neptune, I talk about that in the yearly horoscopes, and I've made them already, so you can check out if you want to. The square between Saturn and Neptune is for the whole year. It's a bit, you know, on the background. And it's important for, as I said, all the mutable signs. And it's about two contradictory energies. It's in a square, so it's a bit battling. And the two planets don't understand each other well. Saturn is about, I want to restrict, I want reality, I want my feet on the ground, don't dream too much. And Neptune is about, do dream, do have your vision, do have trust in God, trust in the divine, and all of that. So these two are struggling with each other, but they are connecting with each other. So it means that there is possibility for you as a Piscean to make your dreams come true. I know this sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Whenever you see an aspect between Neptune and Saturn, even a difficult one, there is a possibility to make one's dream or dreams come true. That's the thing that you need to look forward to. But as I said, it's in a square, it's in tension, and so it means that one day you will follow your dream, you will believe in it, and you will dream and fantasize, and yes, I always knew it, it's going to happen. It probably has to do with work, because Saturn there is in your 10th house of work, and it has to do with you as a person as well, because Neptune is with you. And then the other day you think it's never going to happen, you know, this is all bullshit, this is all you know, I'm not being realistic here, I'm actually going to become depressed about this. This is Saturn. So this is the constant fight between fear and between not thinking that you're going to succeed, which is Saturn, and then the other hand there's the Neptune who just trusts, and it's a constant fight. So for a lot of mutable signs, especially the ones who have planets between 0 and 5 degrees of Pisces, whether it is your ascendant or sun sign or other personal planets, they're going to feel this tension tremendously. And this tension is there not to bother you, but it's there because it's needed. it's needed for you to have that friction between reality versus fantasy, but not fantasy. I prefer to say vision. So Pisces always have a vision, mostly they do, but they will be prompted into reality every now and then. So this is what's going to happen certainly in January. Why? Because Mars activates, Mars is a fast planet, and it activates the square. So Mars is going to be in your sign, bump into Saturn with 10th house. So you want to go forwards, but there's something about the 10th house that is stopping you, that is restricting you, that is slowing you down. And it's no good to force things when you feel that way. And on the other hand, this aspect doesn't, you know, with the Mars there, it's only a couple of days around the middle of the month, and then it goes versus Neptune, which is a kind of solving the problem, you could say, or releasing the problem, dissolving the problem. So you're going to be a bit frustrated around the middle of the month. The best thing you can do is do some sports. Because whenever I see an aspect between Mars, Saturn and Neptune in a natal chart, you see that the person has ability to do sports, martial arts, sports that demand a lot of strength, a lot of muscle, a lot of Mars. So do that. If you feel frustrated, do something physical, and that will help you out, that will cool you down. So it's not going to be that of a problem, it's just the awareness of knowing that I can't push too hard here, you know, it's not meant to be yet, but it's coming. You know, it's the reality versus the trust, the reality check. And the two energies that I want to talk about is in colors. This is the red energy and the purple energy. I don't know a lot about colors. I do have a Pisces friend who is a Pisces, of course. Yeah. And she taught me a little bit about that. And she taught me about colors and what it can do to one person. And whenever you have this tension between an aspect like Saturn, which is reality check, and then Neptune, which is a vision and the link with the divine, I associate that with red, with the root chakra, which is being grounded, and this is Jasper, I think. Yes. If you are a man, just wear something red. And this is amethyst. Actually, this is I've got this from a Piscean. She gave it to me, and this is the energy of the Pisces, which is very Neptunian, which is purple, and which gives you trust in the universe, trust in the divine. I should wear this actually. I could gain with a bit of trust. And this is giving a peace. So this is the highest chakra, you could say, which is the connection with the divine. I know that, you know, if I'm not getting what I want, which is a Saturn, there is reason for it, you see? And you can choose between those two. It all relates to your personal chart. If you say, oh, I feel that I can't let go, that I'm too frustrated, that I'm too controlling, which is Saturn, then wear your amethyst Pisces necklace or whatever. And if you're a man, do like my friend at her desk, put a very large paper of purple in front of your desk. It seems to help. I don't know, I never tried it. And if you are feeling that you are too dreamy, that you are not being realistic, that you've lost the connection with planet Earth, then wear the Saturn kind of color, which is a bit brownish. This is a red stone called Jasper. And this is when you lack bravery, when you lack courage, wear this. Or, as I said, if you're a man, wear red cravats, I don't know what's the word, but I mean this. Or wear something, or put a red piece of paper, a giant piece of furniture, a piece of paper at your desk, for instance, and it will help you because red gives prompts you into action. And this is really, really working, I can tell you. If you feel a bit that you are not realistic enough, wear these. Okay, that was a little tip there for the square. The square, I think, won't be that bad for you because I know that Pisceans normally tend to go to this. They trust. So I think of all the mutable signs, you will do well. You will do it the best, actually. And I'm not saying that to all the signs because so maybe you will need to wear this, which is being realistic. If you're realistic about probably your job, then I think you will be fine. There's another thing going on that is worth mentioning, which is Mercury retrograde in your 12th house in Aquarius, and a whole bunch of planets in the 12th house. That shows actually, again, not the best time to launch something, or if you're at work again with projects or so. If you can, of course, you just start in February, but follow your gut, follow your instinct, because the 12th house is a Piscean house, it's the house of the unconscious, and having Mercury there is normally not that easy, but for you, again, you will do fine. And I'm not saying that to cuddle you or anything, but it's just true that Pisceans tend to do well with, you know, if they're not certain about the direction, to the left, to the right, they can deal with that. Again, that trust feeling. And all these planets in the 12th house want to say that you are behind the scenes doing something. I mean, Venus will be there as well, the Sun will be there, Mercury will be there, so there's quite some activity behind the scenes or in secret. Now, I know a lot of people will think, oh, it's secret, it's not good. I think it will be nothing bad at all because it's nicely aspected to Uranus, which is original ideas, and it's nicely connected to Jupiter, which is expansion. So you're doing something behind the scenes, probably with someone else, a business partner or your lover, whatever, but you're doing something behind the scenes that has to do with communication, and that has to do with thinking, and I think this is something that you're going to do behind the scenes, and that will have a long way for the future, because it's such an intense energy. There's also a new moon in that 12th house on the 20th. So, and Venus is there as well. So I think you, whatever it is that you're doing behind the scenes, you're really, really gonna love it. You really feel that, yeah, this is what I want to do. And it's original because it's in Aquarius. So Aquarius energy. Okay, what else? I think that's it. Yes, that's the most important month. So yes, Mars in your sign, great, but there is a bit of tension there, especially around the middle of the month. Don't bother too much. You are in the preparing state, you could say. You are working with someone else, or you are, if it's not with someone else, you are thinking about some things that you, and it's like you're finishing up a lot. The 12th house is always last house, so it's like the last piece that you need to do before something huge is finished. So hang on there. Thank you for watching. Again, do subscribe, do spread these videos around. Thank you for those who did already, and see you next month. Bye bye.